Hello Year 1 and welcome to your maths learning for today. It is the 2nd of February 2021. So first of all today your retrieval, so recapping some previous learning. So you have got to count in multiples of 2, so in your pairs, which is why we've got pairs of socks there to support you. Up to 20, if you want to go a bit further, then please do. You've then got your counting in multiples of 5 in your 5s. Again, you can go up to 25, or if you want to challenge yourself, go up to 50 or further. That is up to you. So we are now going to look at our calendar. So what day is it today? What day was it yesterday? And what day will it be tomorrow? And then to challenge yourself, the next step is to look at the months of the year. So what are we in now? What was it last month? And what will it be next month coming? So our learning today, what we are learning to do is we are learning to add a 1-digit number to a 1-digit number, to another 1-digit number. How can we be successful? So first of all, we need to unpick what we mean by add. We need to look at what a 1-digit number is. Okay, so when we add, we are making our number bigger. Okay, because as we add, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So our numbers get bigger and we go up the number line. We go count forwards. Okay, add, we might say addition. These are all the sorts of words that we use for adding, addition, plus, sum of, okay? And then how can we be successful with that? I'm going to show some methods to support you with your adding, okay? And then you can choose which one is best suited to you, which you feel more confident and comfortable using. So what do you know about adding? So you can share this with somebody else. If you need to pause the video, then please do. And have a think, what do you already know about adding from previous learnings? You have done some adding already. What ways can we add a 1-digit number to another 1-digit number? And how could we work it out? So think about the methods. Okay, what methods have we used to work out our number sentences before? What can you remember any of those methods? So pause if you need to, and then move on here. So what can you use to help you? So here are some objects that we use regularly at school. So we've got our cubes, we've got our tens frames, we've got our bead strings, our counters, any of those sorts of things. There are manipulatives that we use, our resources that support us with our counting. However, being at home, you might not have some of these objects. This is where you can be creative, which I know many of you have been, and use some objects that you can find around your home. So something like pasta, sweets, cereal, stones, sticks, or even things like cars if you have enough, or Lego pieces, or dolls, okay? Anything you like to support you with your adding. So if you have no manipulative, so what are those things we discussed, so objects to count, is there something else you could use to help you? And this is where the methods come in. So these are some suggestions if you haven't already thought of these. So jottings. Jottings is just us representing with drawings and a number line, which is a really important method which we can use for addition, subtraction, and all methods. So a number line is a really, really useful way to work out any sort of number sentences. So moving forward, these are the methods that I'm going to show you and model to you. So here I've started with a number sentence. We've got 5 add 3 is the same as or is equal to. Okay, so we need to add those two numbers together. Now they are 1-digit numbers. That means there is just one number. Okay, a 2-digit number would be 10 and above. That's 2 numbers. Okay, so a 1-digit is 1 number. So here we've got 5 add 3. So I'm going to show you a few different methods for you that you can work this out. So 5 add 3, the first of all, again, excuse my drawing, I'll do my best for you on here. You can use a few methods. So the first one is you can draw out 5. Obviously, you can use objects as well, but you can draw out 5 to represent those objects and then draw out 3. So I might use squares to represent like our teens from our 10s and our 1s, but we just need the 1s. Okay, so you might want to draw circles or squares. It's whatever you would like. So you would draw your 5. So your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the other side, I would underneath my number 3, I would then draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you can count them all together. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carry on. 6, 7, 8, and then you can write your answer. Another way you can use jottings is if you can hold that, this is a bit of a fly high, hold the largest number into your head and then count on. So I'll show you that way if you just bear with me. So you might not need the 5 there, and you might hold the 5 in your head, 5, and then count on 3 more. 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's a bit of a fly high challenge for you if you can hold the biggest number in your head and count on. If you want to use a number line, which is another brilliant way, okay, with the number line, I'm just going to move that up a little bit. What you can do is you need to find the biggest number out of the two. So which number is bigger out of 5 and 3? So hopefully you said 5, because we've discussed about comparing numbers. You will find your number 5 on the number line, and then you would add 3. So that means you do 3 jumps up the number line, okay, because we're adding. So we start on the number 5, and then we jump 3 along the number line. So we go 1, 2, jump ahead, 3, and then we circle our answer. Always circle the answer, so you remember to then write it at the top here. If you want to use a blank number line, then you won't need to use this one, and you can draw your own, and then you start with your biggest number and count on, and I'll show you that here as well. So I draw my number line. I would add on my number 5. Remember to make your number line go a bit longer there, because our numbers keep going after our number. Oh, that number 5 did not go as I planned. Sorry about that. There's my number 5. And then I need to do 3 jumps. Okay, so 5 and then jump 3. 1 to get to 6. And we do another jump to get to 7. And then we do another jump to get to the number 8. Okay, so, and then again, circle the answer, and then we can write it in. So there are lots of methods that you can choose there. You can do all of them if you want to, or you can choose the one that you feel best, or you might want to try a few of the different methods on your first question, and then you might want to attempt with the method you feel most comfortable. So you need to try all those methods to know which one you feel comfortable and more confident with. But as long as you are showing your workings and you're able to explain, then that's absolutely fine to use any of those methods. So you can use your objects, as we discussed further up here, and if not, then you can use your jotting, your drawings, or you can use your number lines. And obviously I've attached some number lines and things for you to use to support you, where you can use, if you don't need to use them, that's fine, or you can use your blank number line, but it's there to support you. Okay, so I've talked through the first one. There's a few more on here, but I won't go through all of them because I don't want to give it away. I have challenged some of you with on here, and I've moved the numbers around a little bit. So I put something is the same as 4 add 9. So it's that balancing. So you need to work out what 4 add 9 is to know what is the same as, what number goes where that question mark is. It's that balancing, okay? And that number needs to be the same as what 4 and 9 equal together, okay? So with that as well, what I want you to be careful of is that you're, with your numbers, again, with that question and this question, is to put your biggest number first. So if you're doing 4 add 9, which is the biggest number, put that first and then count on, or start on the number line and then count on, so you have less jumps or less to count on. And the same with this question here, 6 add 8. Think which is the biggest number, put that first. It just makes it more efficient, which just means it makes it easier, okay, and quicker. Then moving on, here you can create any of the following activities. So using jotting, so that's your drawings, your squares like your circles, or your squares like your deans. Use a number line, so that can be one that's already printed out and then jump, or your own blank number line. And then it says here you can create your own number sentences using dice. You can use the ones on there or create your own. Remember, it's 2 single-digit numbers, so it's anything from 0 to 9. And you can create your own number sentences using a dice. So I've attached some nets of some dice which you can use, and you can put your own numbers on and roll and create your own number sentences and add those 2 numbers together. Or if you wanted to, then you can just create your own number sentences. That's fine, however you'd like to do that as well. So here it says, can you manipulate the numbers and hold the biggest number in your head and count on? So put that biggest number first. There's an example here, 4 add 7. Just swap those numbers around, okay, just to make it easier and more efficient. And then here it says, hold 7 in your head and then count on 4. So there's some examples there. And as always, to fly high and challenge your thinking further, there are some questions. There's a reasoning question here. And then there's a fly high challenge here as well. Roll 2 dice, add the numbers to get an answer. What are the highest and lowest possible answers? So that's why I've attached the dice net for you to use. And then as always, please share your learning with us on the Parent Support email, as we love to see your learning, see how you're getting on, and we love to share your brilliant work with you and celebrate your success. If you have any questions as well, you can contact us through that. So we look forward to seeing your learning, and thank you for joining me again.